They were canceled in the midweek here on Tuesday. Actually, we're supposed to play Bellarmine in Louisville. That game got rescheduled to Trinity High School. They were going to get started at 9 p.m. Wound up not getting that affair in, though. And that has been, unfortunately, a theme for Rob Shepard's team. Plenty of stretches where they have 4 or 5 days off in a row without a midweek game. 0-2 misses out wide with the fastball.
I mean, a lot of players in this lineup are pretty green in terms of NCAA standards. Yeah, you've got transfers in there, but even those guys have a limited PT before this season. The best way to shake off the rust is getting on the diamond. They just haven't been able to do that, whether they've been in Puerto Rico or South Carolina or Kentucky.
Aiden Dill's been a revelation. He only had 9 at-bats all of last year. 2 balls and 2 strikes. A nice veteran tank. He's hitting .429 over his last 6 games. 2 starts a year ago. He was out there as an everyday starter in that 2-hole here in 2026. An offense that is collectively hitting just .244 on the season, just 5 long balls. 2-2 chopped on the ground, right to take Davis at first. He'll take it himself. First 2 retired.
This is just a good start from Everly so far, getting ahead in counts. Went up 0-2 against Dill quickly with a couple of sliders. Eventually gets him to punch one low and away.
Baseball is second, and the designated hitter. This is a loaded outfield, and that was the conversation entering the season for Louisville, but it wasn't necessarily the guys that are raking at the moment. Kyle Campbell wasn't really in that conversation, and neither was Griffin Crane, who's been the best offensive threat in the lineup outside of Tank Davis. But all of a sudden you get some injuries, you get some young guys who hadn't played as freshmen, now as sophomores getting their chance and just running with.
Yeah, Crane and Campbell have really excelled. Dan McDonald told us Thursday, sophomores explode in our program. And 2 guys that really didn't see the field in their first year with the Cardinals, sat back, watched the team, made that run to Omaha, soaked in the experience, and now have really gotten off to strong starts in what's really their first season's playing.
Good contrasted styles, and Svensson, who doesn't walk many, and Kyle Campbell, who's very patient. 5 walks in his last 4 games. That snatches the inner edge. It's 2-2. Trying at least 1 walk in 4 straight games, and he has scored a run in 8 straight. It's not the flashiest tools when you watch him every day, but he has been mighty productive. Strike 3 called, locked him up with the breaking ball, and it's back-to-back Ks for Steven Svensson.
I mean, this is perfect, bottom of the zone. Goes to that slider, low and in. Campbell turned into a passenger there.
First 2 guys down on strikes, and here's the biggest threat in the lineup. And one of the biggest threats of the ACC and the cut. Just about 58 on the season. He is 3 for 19, all 3 hits in mid singles. That off and stay alive.
I like the confidence there from Everly. Go back to the first inning, he walked Tomasetto and needed a few extra pitches to get Sengenberger. This time around, gets ahead 2 strikes and is immediately looking to close up this top half of the frame.
Those elevated fastballs still 0-2. Does that set up that nasty slider low?
Absolutely.
Swing and a miss. Cuts over the top of the slider. 4 strikeouts for Ethan Everly.
He's getting it done all kinds of ways. Well, the fastball earlier. Max Toma calls it right here. Big bender. What was the exact way you needed to start off that count? Quickly get ahead 0-2, put Slanker on the back foot. Give yourself the confidence to go after the lefty with whatever pitch that you want. He's eventually able to induce that weak contact. That's exactly Svensson's MO. Get that soft contact. Not going to blow you away with his stuff, but he is going to command the zone.
Here's a guy who can really use a big clutch base hit. The freshman Cade Elam. Elevated hanger there and just missed it. Getting only a $189 and just 133 over his last 5 games where he's 2 for 15. Highly talented kid right here in Kentucky out of Corbin High School. His first at bat ever with Louisville was a double out to left center. It was a hustle double at that too. But he has struggled since. Didn't play last Friday. There's that foul out of play. 0-2. 1 for 1 off the bench Saturday and 1 for 4 on Sunday. Just 1 for 5 last series.
Just based off reading off what Cade Elam brings to the table for Louisville, this is someone I expect to bounce back. Adam Vrabel said it earlier this season. He loves being in the hack shot. He's got a willingness to learn. He's not a finished product.
2 hit on the ground, out to short. Thomas Seton to Grady across. Not in time at first. A nice dig from Wilga. With Cade Elam able to evade the double play, and Louisville's on the board first. No team is grounded into fewer double. So this will be a very lengthy break between pitches here. Back-to-back hit batsman. A little check on Campbell, who's going to stay in and run at first. For Jimmy Moran, this is a city he is familiar with. In his professional baseball days, he made it as high as AAA and played right down the road with the Louisville Bats.
That's a beautiful ballpark rolling in. See it right off the highway, off the bridge, Louisville Slugger Fields.
Tank Davis, what a spot. Louisville has batted around, even though it's been somewhat quiet in this inning. A bunt single, a bloop single beyond the pitcher, a walk, an error. They've got 3 runs. They've got 3 guys on base, but this is scooped in the air on the infield. Wilgo looking for it, drifting backwards. Now it's going to drop down. 2 runs are in. The throw to the plate, not in time. Oh, what a slide. Kyle Campbell scoots in there. And Tank Davis somehow gets it done. Oh, it's small ball at its finest. And the sunshine playing a major factor for the home team.
You wonder if Kyle Campbell's hurt after he ran on that fastball. No, he's okay. Good instincts, racing around the base. Look at him turn second. Wilga just completely loses this one. Lands 5 feet to the right. Look at this. Whoop! Right underneath.
Field so far this year, both were transfers out of the MAC. When you're in this neck of the country in Louisville, Kentucky, go a little bit north to the MAC, and you can maybe poach some of the best guys in that conference any given year.
Absolutely. It's so impressive. The turnaround Ben Slanker had from his first year to his second. He only had 1 home run in his freshman year. Turns around and bombs north of 20 in his second.
Now, he hit 179 as a first-year player.
This is someone that stayed close to his roots back in Canfield, grew up in Ohio, went back home during winter break and really talked with one of his former high school teammates and now a grad assistant in college in Ricky Avrilla. Got to swing right. And the numbers show you, definitely got it right.
Just one of those guys that would like a good bout of health. Kind of return to the form he had in the opening weekend of the season. It's hard fighting for at-bats when you're an outfielder in Louisville these days. He's off on the pitch, and it's rolled over on the ground, softly foul.
It's a factory here. You look at the outfield last year, we already brought up Pike. Eddie King Jr. out there as well. When Zion Rose gets back, he's another guy that you get to compete against. Iron sharpens iron when you get into a program like this. And this is a program that breeds the best talent.
He's got a good start brewing, too. 3 innings, 1 run, 5 Ks.
Griffin Crane talked about it last Friday. He mentioned that he brings the energy into the dugout after Louisville run-ruled Central Michigan. Well, today it's the other way around. It's the bats bringing the energy to that dugout. It's propelling Everly to pitch free, confidently, and that's what's led to him picking up those strikeouts so far, Max.
Maybe a bit of a different vibe and looseness in that dugout today. Griffin Crane with his first career home run. Take Davis to the long ball. Everybody joining in on the fun and the action. And now Byram Hott is going to make Patari go at least 8 pitches to the first batter he faces. Hott 1 for 2 so far today. And he smokes one out towards deep center field on the run. Not going to get there. It's Cavazzoni. It'll hop off the wall for extra bags. Hott with a short turn at second. He'll stop there, content with a 1-out double. And the extra base hits and the loud contact just coming in waves in this Louisville third.
I'd love to see the StatCast information on this one. Pulverized the other way, gets that elevated fast.
Hey, we need to lengthen this lineup, right? It can't just be top heavy, and even not necessarily top heavy always, especially on the Seton Hall side of things. Hey, they've had games where the bottom 3 guys are getting on base 7 times combined, and they're thriving, but the rest of the guys aren't producing. They haven't really got it so that everybody's performing well at the same time or in the same game.
And the way that Dan McDonald talked to me about even just the 6th spot in the lineup, I had asked him about would there be changes 1 through 9. The way you value your spots in your lineup is so different, but this is somebody that almost values it as that second cleanup bat in the middle of the order at 6.
There's a healthy hack ball and 2 strikes.
But I mean, that's the coach that I want to play for. Somebody that values each spot in the lineup as much as the other.
This is a team that's got to earn it, right? It's a new season. This is not a year ago. Fought that off to stay alive. Team that made it to Omaha for the 6th time under their head coach, 6th time in program history. Going back to their first trip in his first year in 2007. But it's mostly a new group of guys, right? 4 returning starters from that team that made it all the way to the College World Series semis a year ago. So now the bullseye on your back is a little bit bigger than it was. You're going to get everybody's best punch like we talked about. Go. Just funky when you lose those Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Ask LSU about how those midweek games are going this week.
Seriously. Yeah, it's tough for any team because you are always going to get those underdogs' best games of the season. Those are the ones that they circle on their calendars that they want to make a statement on.
Those are ones where you could see scenarios where, hey, maybe you're going for a little bit of depth, throwing some freshmen on the mound or into the lineup, guys that are maybe backups and not getting used to everyday playing time. And the other team saying, hey, we're going full gung-ho because this could be a chance for a storybook night.
I mean, Louisville did not imagine having to use 9 pitchers on Tuesday.
Combining for 14 walks. So we've had some crazy midweek upsets this year. Queens taking down South Carolina. That was the biggest win of program history.
That South Carolina team's really struggled to get off the mat this year.
They had that dominant victory versus Clemson in game 1 of their series. Then they got shut down to the tune of a complete game and 78 pitches the next day. That's baseball. Jimmy Nugent takes it side, and it's back-to-back base on balls. You know, it's really the last thing either team wanted to see is the walks pile up for Louisville because they've been piling up for a bit. But for Seton Hall, you got a 13-run deficit. Swinging it all over the place in the 4th. Couple of home runs, handful of extra base hits. Tank Davis with 6 RBIs. Eberle in line to make it back-to-back wins. Seeing if he can move to 2-0. Answered with a 2.87 ERA through his first 3 starts. Didn't need to work it up to triple digits in the pitch count today, but just feels like he is getting better week to week, and that's the exact kind of progress you want to see from him.